Today's remedy is Aesculus Hippocastanum, a peculiar kind of plethora, means as if too full of blood. A sense of fullness run throughout the remedy, and vascular fullness not only affects the extremities, body organs, but the symptoms of mind shows that mind is also affected. A patient wakes up suddenly and he feels as if he doesn't know anybody. He wants to recognize the things around and he is in bewildered condition of mind. Tries to recognize the people around and tries to understand where he is, who he is. He tries to analyze all the things. Aesculus is especially useful in children who rouses up at night in fright and in confusion of mind, like lycopodium. It produces sadness, irritability. There is sense of general congestion, venous stasis, fullness that is aggravated during sleep, and it is better by exertion, doing any physical work and occupying himself, walking, doing some job, etc. Flying pain all over the body, like pulsatilla and kalika. Pains, shooting, tearing, flying from one part to another. Sometimes the pains fly along the course of the nerves. Aesculus has dull aching headaches, headache felt at the back of head, neuralgic pains in right supraorbital region, and shooting pain in left parietal bone, later in right. Aesculus is a wonderful eye remedy. It cures hemorrhoidal eyes, that means large vessels in the eyes, burning pain, hot lacrimation, redness with vascular appearance. Eyeballs feel sore, stitching pain, shooting pains, wandering pains with fullness. Almost every kind of disturbance will intensify fullness. Fullness of hands, feet. It is not the fullness that puts on pressure. We call it edema. It is tenderness. Aesculus has much trouble with veins, aggravated by hot bath, hot weather, and amelioration in cold air, cold weather, like pulsatilla. Pulsatilla, same condition, amelioration in cold. Because of the contraction of veins, the patient feels better. And after hot bath or warm weather, the veins become full and engorged and the patient feels worse. Aesculus patient also ameliorated in cold. It is characteristic that superficial pains are ameliorated by warmth, hot application, while the deeper affections are ameliorated by cold air and in cold general. Similar in cecal cough, the superficial nerves pain are ameliorated by warm and the patient wants cold air, and in camphor also the similar condition is there. During the pain, he wants doors and window all closed, but as the pains are over, he immediately wants all the doors and windows to be opened so that he can breathe. Aesculus is a venous remedy. Engorgement and fullness of the veins. When congestion occurs, there is purple or blue appearance around that part. It produces inflammation of throat, and the characteristic is that it is very dark. It has tendency to produce varicose veins around which there is purplish or blue areola. It produces varicose veins and ulceration, round about which there is duskiness. It also produces varicose ulcers with purplish areola around it. When we see hemorrhoidal tumor, it is purple. The remedy is not active in inflammatory state, but it is passive remedy. Certain remedies produce slight inflammation with redness, rapidity and violence, but this remedy is passive, slow. Eructations sour, bitter, greasy. Lot of digestive disturbances are there. Gulping up of the food after eating, like phosphorus and ferrum. As soon as the patient has swallowed the food, immediately or after a while he eructates it out and stomach is emptied out like phosphorus, ferrum and arsenic. Food is thrown out either immediately after eating or after a while. Aesculus has ulceration of stomach with inclination to vomit and great distress in stomach. Abdomen is full of troubles. Right hypochondrium, rectum, abdomen. If we study the symptom, we will see the portal stasis. Digestion is slow, there is constipation, there is protrusion of rectum and hemorrhoids. It has most troublesome hemorrhoids with fullness in rectum as if sticks are there in rectum. Liver is full of suffering. After eating, there is great distress in rectum and anus, stitching, burning, pains in rectum, and rectum as if it is full of sticks. Stool jammed up into rectum against these distended veins, and then ulceration takes place, then bleeding, and so much painful condition arises out of it. This remedy is supposed to be suitable for hemorrhoids that do not bleed, but it also takes care of bleeding piles. Back is the seat of much trouble. Pain in lower back, the pain through sacrum to the hips while walking is the main feature of this remedy. There is aching all along the back and back of neck. It is commonly seen that the patients suffering from hemorrhoids have pain in neck, base of neck, that is basilar headache, constant dull backache. It is almost impossible for patient to rise and walk after sitting. You will see one suffering from Aesculus backache make many painful efforts to rise from the seat and finally succeed after much suffering, after making many painful attempts. This is like sulfur and petroleum and is also cured by agaricus. Aesculus has cured troubles of women, dragging down pains in pelvis and there is great dragging down pains in pelvis with copious leukorrhea and pressing at the hips while walking. Old cases of leukorrhea, discharge is thick, yellow, sticky and with lameness of back, sacroiliac articulations. During pregnancy, there is soreness, uneasy consciousness of uterus with pain in lower back while walking. Aesculus is full of gouty sufferings. All the joints are involved from elbow to hand. Rheumatic conditions have flying pains relieved by heat. Varicose veins are cured by Aesculus. Varicose veins of legs and thigh like fluoric acid. After sore throat pass away, if varicose veins remains engorged, Aesculus cures sometimes. And after eye troubles are cured and there is engorgement of veins in eyes, then Aesculus can be thought of. Nash found Aesculus are very similar to arsenic in coryza and sore throat. Thin discharge, watery, burning like arsenic, but rawness in the throat, and there is sensitivity to inhaled cold air. If we summarize, we have to keep in mind fullness everywhere, hemorrhoidal constitution, rectum as if full of sticks, constant dull backache across the sacrum to hips,